Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you back to the extras episode of Ducktales Remastered. And of course, like I mentioned, it's an extras episode, so we're going to deal with the extras in this one. Well, first things first, that's my playtime, 75607. Leaderboards gallery, we'll check that out in a second. But first, as you can see here in the options menu, man, my shit jittered like a motherfucker. Okay. You can see here, once you beat the game, you have the option for 8-bit music, which of course changes the music into the 8-bit, at least for the title. I'm not sure about anything else because I didn't really play any stages with the 8-bit music. But we're just going to go ahead and continue on with our game here, because once you do beat the game, you can continue. Go back right to Scrooge McDuck's office here. And you can now select any single level that you would like upon completion. So even the money bin, Mount Vesuvius, the final level, in case you need to get some monies, you know, great way to farm for cash, to get any additional treasures or any additional heart containers that you may have missed throughout the adventure. We've already went through all the levels already and don't need to deal with that. But we're going to go into the money vault here. And the exact same money vault like it is in the 1987 intro to the cartoon. But we're going to dive into the money pit as he spits out some gold and swim in his treasures. Now, along the adventure, I didn't show this along the way, but each treasure that you collect throughout the adventure does pop up in various places here. So, like, where I'm, like, jumping and dropping and stuff like that, that's where you would normally have the 5 treasures. These 3 hidden treasures will stay with you in hard and extreme modes. Easy and medium, of course, everything is a heart container. But you can see here we got the gold medal that we got from the Amazon, this golden cube that we got from the moon, and this giant red ruby ring that we got from the African mines. Once you're done fooling around in here, you can just climb back up and back out of here one more time, to illustrate that only Scrooge McDuck can get away with this without killing himself. Exactly, Scrooge. Now, if it was an actual human being that did that, they would fall flat into the treasures. Their guts would probably be all over the place and all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, like I mentioned, here's the butler, sir. And we got one more room that we're going to check out here. And basically, this is your gallery. With the money that you collect throughout the adventure, you spend it to unlock the different parts of the gallery. So you have your characters, your concept art, your sketches, pencil renders, background paintings, music, TV show art 1 and art 2. Since I do have everything unlocked, because I tried to record this in the last episode, but the problem is that I forgot to hit the mute button, because the microphone was muted from another recording that I did, and I forgot to unmute it. So it was just 10 minutes of just seeing. Look at it. You can see the different characters. You can see the 8-bit versions on the top left as well. There's the butler, Mrs. Beakley, Beagle Boys, Glumgold. I finally got it right this time. Magica the Spell, in both her regular and her bird form. The different enemies, of course, the 8-bit renders from the NES days. Let's see, the ghost level, Transylvania. You have the African mines here. I just love the 5th one. The second duck one is like, bleh. It just looks funny. The Terra Firmians, of course. And let's see, the Himalayas. You got various enemies here. The goat, the bunny. You got the bosses as well, which were obviously much different than in the NES version here. The moon, beautiful. The giant rat that ate the green cheese of longevity. And of course, Dracula Duck with his 8-bit form and his bat. Of course, the dragon, giant form and stuff like that. Wonderful. Let's take a look at some of the concept art here as well. Just go give a little tour of everything here. As you can see, some of these concept, oh, that is beautiful. Take a look at some of the concept art here, varying stages and areas of the game here. Fun to point look out. Now, you may see multiple of the same things for different renders, but you'll see the progress from like the early sketches to the pencil rendering to actually being a full drawn in color. Now, I don't think obviously not all of this was hand drawn. I do believe some of this was hand drawn, but you can tell exactly when it was like what could be hand drawn or what could be like using a digital pencil and stuff like that, because you know, if you use a digital pencil, too clean, you know. So you got the city of Duckburg here. Beautiful city too. Mount Vesuvius, I believe. Barasa. I'm guessing that's one of the artists of the game there. There we go. And we can look at some of the sketches. Gorgeous. Absolutely. This render right here, this one that's going to show up multiple times, but it's going to look beautiful by the very end. May not seem like much now, but you know what? Every great artist has to begin somewhere. And every great piece of art has to start somewhere as well. Pencil renders. Again, some of these must be a digital pencil, a digital render of a pencil render, because like I said, some of the strokes just look too clean for it to just be a regular pen and pencil and all that stuff. This, I'm torn between pencil and digital, or render digital. Now you can see with the pencil render of this one specifically. You can see it's starting to look a lot cleaner now, too. Pencil render of Duckburg. Mount Vesuvius. This is the final boss area, Magica's home. Background paintings. Quick look here. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Now that's this piece right here. Now that's a beaut. Like I said, you saw the progress of it being from just like sketches to pencil renderings, and look how beautiful this ice stage is. The Himalayas, the moon, Moon Rock, the ship of the moon, and of course Scrooge's money bin. Background for the introduction of the game. There's Mount Vesuvius, Magica's home. And before we get to the music, let's go ahead and show off some of the TV show art. These are stills from the 1987 series. I know the series had a reboot in 2017. Not sure if that's still going strong, but yeah, you can see here the classic, the original of the Ducktales. There's Fenton, I believe that's his girlfriend. Scrooge McDuck, and it looks to be TMS Entertainment. I wonder what that piece of paper is. If anybody out there knows what the TMS Entertainment, that yellow page, what that is for, and can let me know, that would greatly appreciate it. Here's Gyro, his W Ventura stuff. I don't remember the name of the butler, but it's Miss Beakley, Bubba Duck, Glumgold, Scrooge McDuck's arch nemesis, and still the second richest duck in the world. Man, still rings through like money, greed, corporate, yeah, whatever. Anywho, Wendy, Abigail. Why don't I say Wendy? There's Fenton. I'm assuming this is before he transformed into his superhero form. The Piggles, the Piggle Boys. Launchpad. Looks to be Scrooge and as Glumgold and somebody else, or maybe a relative of Glumgold. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the three boys. Again, still can't tell which is which. Look at that. Now that's a pencil render for sure. PB. I wonder what all this stuff means. D33 IPO, the OBG90M, BW, black and white. I wonder if it's just like color schemes and stuff. All right, and then TV show art 2. Walt Disney Television original animated art. DOA, you can see that on the copyright of Disney. It's going to be in all the stills here. I wonder what episode this is. Oh, look, there's a Beagle Boy Mama. The ringleader of the group, I suppose. Oh, they're in the studios. Look at that. Oh, Magica's up to her no good tricks with the Beagle Boys again. There's Fenton, Scrooge McDuck, and the boys. Now, let's see. Glowing Gold and Scrooge fighting over the magic lamp. What? I wonder what episode this was. He's going for a swim in his money vaults. I believe this is the episode based off the moon, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If I am, again, like, look, I just love learning, learning lore about this. So if there's any lore that I'm missing out on this, please feel free to enlighten me. I'm gonna be more than happy to learn. Magica, of course, Glum Gold, the fat duck lady. But of course, one more thing that I can show off is the music, and they have both the modern version and the 8-bit tracks as well. You can see it by the 8-bit versions in the name itself. However, two glaring differences. This tune was not present in the original NES game. I'm not sure if it was something that went unused. I would not be surprised if that was the case, because there's plenty of games out there that have unused tracks, including the remaster. There's the Himalayas unused version that wasn't used. So there's the money bin. And for, let me get to the, where is the, there we go. This is the final battle music against Dracula Duck. However, there is no 8-bit version of this. My guess is that probably the instrumentation used is more than what the NES sound chip can handle. Let me just put the moon on. There's more than what the NES sound chip can handle, because the NES sound chip only has three parts for instrumentation: square, triangle, circle. Yes, that's what it's called. So I'm guessing, like, just trying to convert the Dracula Duck fight into its 8-bit theme was probably not a possibility. But you can hear me play the moon in the background here. And there's actually one more thing that we can show off. And it's basically, I'm not sure how this works, but just like in the NES game, it is possible to go to Gyro's secret stage. Now, let me see if I can do that real quick, if you could just give me one moment. Okay, so apparently, in order to unlock Gyro's stage, you need, and this is also in the NES version, which is something I did not know about. In order to get Gyro stage, there's basically like a bonus stage where you get extra gems and stuff like that for money. Basically, your 10,000 point digit counter. So let me just open up a gallery real quick here. The 10,000 digit. You see where the 3 is right there on 4,438,500. That needs to be a 7. If that is a 7, and you go into any stage, you'll know you reach Gyro stage for 2 reasons. 1, you cannot skip the cinematic. 2, you'll hear a different note, you'll hear a different sound like Gyro's secret stage and stuff like that. And then basically you go through a bunch of clouds collecting gems along the way until you pretty much reach the end, or you fall or anything like that. You don't lose a life or anything like that. It's just bonus gems and stuff like that. You are able to look it up on YouTube, unfortunately, because I would have to keep playing until I get it. On easy and medium wouldn't be so difficult, but because I'm playing on hard, there's an additional modifier of extra money that you get after you beat each stage. So trying to calculate it is a little more difficult. So I won't be able to show that off, but it's available on YouTube in full, of course. If you play the NES version, that's available there as well. But that's going to do it for the extras video of Ducktales Remastered. Next time, hold on, Scrooge, I'm getting to it. Next time we come back, we'll continue on with our next Let's Play and see where things go from there. So until then, do like to thank you for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.